Good Tifano, nor my hooky mai. Now today Tangem released a pretty big update. So this is May the 2nd, 2024. And I'm going to go through all the details with you. I'm going to dive deep into the 24-word seed phrase option that they've added and also the passphrase option, because this is something that's very important and you really need to take precaution if you're going to be using these new features. So first, let's have a look at the screen. And you can see what they've done here is they've added some new features, and this is more network support for different, different projects. So they've done Moonbeam, ZK Sync Error, Polygon, ZK EVM, Moonriver, Flare, Taraxa, and Play 3 Games. But here's the big one, Base. Okay, so this is Base right here. Now, the reason why Base is a huge integration into Tangem is because Coinbase is really pushing the Base network, and if you didn't know, right now there's a huge opportunity for meme coins and everything that's being released on Base. And I just want to quickly show you this, that they've come out and said that they want to actually have 1 billion users on chain. Right now, I think currently there's around 4 to 5 million. So they've publicly stated this, so they're going to be pushing all their new users that are on Coinbase to be using the Base chain. Okay, and because of that, there's obviously going to be more volume and more money coming to the Base chain, which means there's going to be more money coming into all the projects. So if you're early-ish into a lot of those projects on Base, you're going to do very well in the future. Okay, so Base is a big one. And if you actually have a look at the screen, the way that we add Base to Tangem is if we come down to Manage Tokens, and the easiest way is to just click on that little magnifying glass at the top there, and then just type in Base. Okay, now theoretically, really, they should have put Base at the top of the search here. So you can see it's got Coinbase wrapped staked ETH. It would have been better to have Base at the top of the stack when you search, but maybe they'll change it. But if you scroll all the way down, you'll see down here it says Base F at the bottom. So all you need to do is just click on that drop down and then just enable it. Okay, and then just save changes. All right, you can see I've actually got a little bit of Base in here. I'd already sent some Base to the address. You can see down the bottom here, I've got Base, $73. Okay, now another reason why this is awesome is because with the new Wallet Connect, which is actually another one of their updates, if we come back to here to Tangem Wallet Update and we move down to this part here, it says we added a new alert to the Android OS app for Wallet Connect. This alert will notify users if a dApp they're connecting to is not suitable, I think it is, or not. Let's have a look here. Not supported. Okay, so now what this means is that there has been a lot of dApps in the past that I've tried to connect to with Wallet Connect, and it just doesn't work. Solana is one of them. But that's obviously probably still an issue. But there are other ones. Like I tried a couple of weeks ago to connect to a decentralized trading platform, okay, with connecting Tangem to Rabby Wallet and then Rabby Wallet to the trading platform, and it just wouldn't work. But now, today, I actually tried it and it did work. So I was able to connect. Let me actually show you this. And if we have a look on the screen here, you'll see that I'm on a decentralized trading platform. You can see you are connected to. So it's actually connecting to it right now. And once it's connected, you can see the address here, 1963. Okay, and if we look at Rabby, this is my Tangem is connected to the Rabby wallet. Okay, and you can see 1963. Right, so if I click on this now, you can see it's got Rabby wallet 1963. So now I can trade on this decentralized platform with my Tangem wallet. Okay, so that's cool. So I don't know what they did with the Wallet Connect update, but it's obviously worked because this wasn't working a week ago whenever I tried it. Okay, so that's one of the other updates, which is I think is a big one, because Wallet Connect is obviously how you connect to all the decentralized apps. So you want it to work with as many dApps as possible. Okay, so now the biggest update that is obviously the biggest requested update is the seed phrase update. So it's 24 words, right? So now you can import a 24-word seed phrase into Tangem. And, if you look on the internet, a lot of people say that there's not a huge difference. There is a huge difference because it's either 12 words or it's 24. So there's obviously a security increase in a 24-word seed phrase. And I'll give you an example. If you give me your 12-word seed phrase, which has to be in order, right? That's the way that you restore a wallet. If it's out of order, you can't use it. But if you give me your 12-word seed phrase, those 12 words, and randomly put them out of order, okay, and you give those to me, I can actually brute force that and get them back in order and use your seed phrase. However, if you gave me a 24-word seed phrase, there's just no way in hell I could do it. Okay, there's too many layers, there's too many words and too many combinations. It's just not going to happen. So that's one example. And also, obviously, you want to be future-proofing your security. We've got the quantum threat that's coming up. Even though they are working on new post-quantum algorithms for cryptography, still, you always want to think forward with your security. So having a 24-word seed phrase is definitely an advantage in security, regardless of what you've heard. The only issue that you've got, though, when you use a 24-word seed phrase is backing it up. Now, with adding a seed phrase, to the mix with Tangem, if you're a beginner and you haven't been educated about seed phrases and you don't know how to back it up correctly, then you're probably better off just using the default method that Tangem uses when you activate the cards, and that's just burn the keys onto the cards, and then the cards are just the backup method. But if you're a little bit versed and you understand what a seed phrase is, and you understand how to back one up and you know how to back it up correctly, then you should definitely use your own seed phrase. Now, I have a program that I actually built specifically for backing up seed phrases. It took me a year to build this, and I'm actually still developing it. It's called the Vault, and it enables you to back up your seed phrase and passphrase in plain sight and with never the need to actually have to remember anything. And it's a very innovative approach on how to back up any sensitive data in plain sight, right? So I'll leave links in the description for that. But if you really want to dive deep into this and you really want to understand seed phrases and how to back up seed phrases and passphrases, definitely join my school community. You can scan that QR code there, but I'll leave links in the description and as a pinned comment. So please come down. It's a great community. We've got heaps of smart people, and it doesn't matter if you're new to crypto because there's so many beginners that join the group. And that's what it's all about, is trying to educate people about seed phrases and about security so that they don't get scammed and they don't lose all their sensitive data. So with this 24-word seed phrase, I'm going to quickly show you on the screen here actually how this works. So let me just pull this up. Now, if you didn't know, with Tangem 2.0, you don't actually even have to open the app, by opening Tangem first. You can just get your card. And if you just hold your card, you watch on screen, I'll just hold the card at the back, and it's going to automatically open Tangem, all right? So this is actually a new card, all right? So I've never used, I use this for tutorials, but this is empty, okay? So it's like just activating a new Tangem card. So you can see now, we've got other options here, okay? So if we click on other options, now bear in mind that the 24-word seed phrase, you can't obviously change an existing wallet. If you've got an existing wallet and you've got funds on those, on your addresses and in your Tangem wallet, you can't just import a new seed phrase. This has to be with a new wallet, okay? And even though there's support for 24-word seed phrase and the passphrase, you're going to have to make sure that you have the passphrase ready with the 24-word seed phrase. You can't just import a 24-word seed phrase and then add a passphrase afterwards. Okay, it's not like that. So you can't add an account. You actually have to import the 24-word seed phrase that you already have a passphrase with. Okay, so I'm going to click on other options here. All right, and then I'm going to click on import wallet. All right, and now you can see here it says to import your wallet, enter your seed phrase in the field below. Now I already have a 24-word seed phrase that I've generated in my program that I created called the Vault. You can see here I've generated 24-word seed phrase, and this is the 24-word seed phrase here, okay? And I've added a passphrase for it, which is, I've just said this is my passphrase. So that is actually my passphrase for my seed phrase, okay? So right here, I'm going to just click on here, okay? And then I'm going to paste, because I've already copied the 24-word seed phrase. So I'm just going to paste that in there. Okay, and you can see now it says Bicycle Chaos Flavor, and you can see over here we've got bicycle chaos flavor. Okay, so this is the same 24-word seed phrase that you're seeing right here. So now you can see we've got the option here to add a passphrase. Okay, now you'll see that little information icon right there. So if we click on that, you can see here, this is important. The passphrase is an advanced security feature that crypto wallets use. It adds an extra word or phrase of your own choosing to your already existing recovery phrase to unlock a brand new set of addresses. Now you have to keep this in mind. If you add a passphrase to your seed phrase, it creates a whole new set of addresses. Okay, so if I just import this now, there will be a whole set of addresses with this seed phrase. Okay, but as soon as I add any digit, any number, or any words or anything to this seed phrase, it creates a whole new set of addresses. All right, so you have to make sure that if you enter a passphrase in here, you have to back that passphrase up. Don't lose it. Make sure, because passphrases are case sensitive. It has to be exact. So for example, this one here, I've actually put spaces. See, it's got, this is actually a set. This is what I recommend. And if you don't know anything about passphrase, creating passphrases, I've got, a lot of information. Come and join the school community. But you basically, you want a sentence, all right? And you want something that's obviously got a lot of different, lowercase, uppercase, and the bigger your passphrase, the more complex it is, the higher it is in bits. So my recommendation is that you create a 128 bit passphrase, or a 256 if you can do that. A 128 bits of what's called randomness, entropy. 128 bits is the equivalent to a 12-word seed phrase. So you want to at least do a 128 bit passphrase. Okay, so you can actually in the vault you can actually test that. So if I actually grab this and I'll copy it, I'll just show you while we're here. I'll copy that, and I'm going to come over to the passphrase option in the vault right here. And if I actually paste that in here, you can see this is my passphrase. Now if I test this, the estimated crack time, this won't be 128, it'll be less probably. Yeah, see, this is only 51 bits of entropy. Okay, and so that's not strong enough in my opinion. This is my passphrase that I created in I'll put on 2nd May 2024. Okay, now if I re-estimate this, this will be well over 128. So this is 146 bits. So that is a really good passphrase. Okay, but like I've said, don't create a passphrase unless you have a 100% way of backing it up and that you'll never lose it. Because once you've created the passphrase for your wallet, okay, if you lose your wallet, for example, and you have to restore it, if you put in your seed phrase, import your seed phrase and try and restore your wallet, and you put in the passphrase, and if there's one digit or a letter that's wrong, or you haven't added a space, you won't be able to recover your funds. So even though it's an extra layer of security, it's also an extra layer of responsibility. So you got to be careful. So that's why you need a very good backup, security backup protocol. Okay, now I teach this in school, in our community, but the Vault is specifically for this. So if you want to know more, check out. I'll leave links in the description. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, just for the sake of this video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add this as my passphrase. Okay, so I'm going to add this as my passphrase in here. Okay, so I'll put in, and it's got to be exactly the same. So this is my passphrase. Make sure it's exactly the same. And, obviously double check this. So you want to make sure, okay, I can see this is my passphrase. This is my passphrase. Okay. And then import. Okay. And we just need to scan our card. Okay. And then because this is a new wallet, I'm going to have to go through all the, steps of actually creating a new wallet. So I'm just going to fast forward this part of the video. Okay, so that's done. So I'll continue to my wallet. Now, I just want to show you something that you actually understand how powerful the passphrase is. So if we look on the screen here, and because I've added a passphrase, it's changed all the addresses that are associated with that seed phrase now. Now, if we come down here and we look at this address, so this is the first Bitcoin address that has been created with that seed phrase, but now with the passphrase added. So because we've added the passphrase, the addresses are now different. So if we look at there, you can see here the last 4 digits are TA9R. Okay, so those are the last 4 digits. If we click on Bitcoin on the screen here, okay, and then we click on receive, it should be the same address. So if we click on receive, okay, you can see here, TA9R. So it's the same address, okay, because we've used the same passphrase, created it in the vault, and it's the same here in Tangem. Now, let me just show you something. Let me just show you. If we come back up to the passphrase, and all I'm going to do is change that M, that capital M, to a lowercase m. So I'm going to put an M in there, right there, like that. Okay, so this is how important it is that your passphrase is exactly the same. Now, if we come down to those addresses and have a look at this. The address is now different. See that? QX14, it's not the same address. Okay, so this is why it is imperative that you back up your passphrase exactly how you enter it into Tangem when you create the wallet, if you're going to be using a passphrase. Okay, now my recommendation also, my advice is to not only have backups digitally, right? Now, I don't recommend what Tangem has recommended, and that's put in a password manager, because password managers have been hacked. Look at LastPass. Last year, they lost 4.4 million because of seed phrases. Okay, so what I recommend you do is, if you're going to put it, actually, I think they recommended that you use an encrypted file. So if you use an encrypted file first, so sorry, Tangem, if you encrypt the passphrase first and then put it in a password manager, that's fine. So as long as it's not, the raw seed phrase data or the raw passphrase data, the text. So, but with the vault, you can do it in plain sight. You never have to remember anything. So definitely check that out. Okay, so just so you know that when you actually choose the option to generate a seed phrase using Tangem's app to do it, you can't actually use a passphrase with that. Okay, so let me show you. If I click on scan card, okay, and I'm going to scan this card, and then you can see I'm going to choose other options. Okay, and then I'm going to click on generate seed phrase. So this is Tangem's app actually generating the seed phrase for you. So if I click on that, you can see now we have the 24-word option. So if I click on 24 words, we've got the 24 words there. So what I'll need to do is I'll just need to take a snapshot of this so I can show you. So if I go on continue, you can see there it's got 2, 7, and 11. So I've just got to get the... Now make sure that you actually type these and don't use autofill. Okay, so if my first word is pyramid, you can see it's fine, but if I actually use autofill, it won't, and I'll show you that in a second. So if we go purchase, if I click on purchase here and autofill it, you can see it stays red, right? So, actually if I go back 1, there you go, it's just because I added a space, so all you got to do is just go back 1. So go on 11, and 11 is mix, and whoops, just go on mix. Okay, and then we've got those 3 in there. Now if I go create wallet and I scan the card, you'll notice that it just goes straight to backup now. Okay, so there is no option to actually use a passphrase. So like I've mentioned, you have to actually import your own 24-word seed phrase and have the passphrase ready, because you can only do that on the activation of the actual account. You can't do it after you've activated the account. Can't add a passphrase after you've activated the account. So basically that's it. All right, now there's been a few bug fixes, and here it says we've added new alert to the Android, but this is the Wallet Connect. So like I was mentioning before, if you're actually going to be connecting to using Wallet Connect with Tangem, and it's not, the DApp is not compatible, it will let you know. All right, so I just want to emphasize how important that seed phrase, and like I said, you can't import a 24-word seed phrase to a current wallet. It's got to be a new wallet, okay? And you can't add a passphrase after you've created the wallet. So if you import your 24-word seed phrase, right, and then just create the wallet, you can't add a passphrase after that. It has to be done. You have to create the passphrase first, okay? outside of Tangem. Then when you import the 24-word seed phrase into Tangem, you then have to add the passphrase right there when you're creating the wallet that you've created outside of Tangem. All right. So look, anything else that you need to know, please, this is my specialty, is seed phrases and passphrases. I've spent a lot of time learning everything there is to know about them. So please, if you've got any questions, leave your question in the comments section. And if you want to know more, please come and join the school community, because if you want to get versed in security when it comes to your digital assets and never lose them, never get scammed, then this is a community for you, because you'll learn a hell of a lot, even if you're an advanced user. Okay, so I hope that's helped. Hope that video's helped. Have yourself an amazing day. Kia kaha, stay strong, and I'll catch you in the next video.